Good morning, everyone. It is already probably past midnight, but I was called to pull some angel cards. So there's some angel and archangel messages for some of y'all, and I've divided it into 3 piles. Okay, we have the first pile is this coffee pen, and now I'm using a stand. My tripod my friends gave me long ago. I forgot. The second pile is cappuccino. So they're so cute. And then the third pile is some green tea. Okay, so take a moment, few deep breaths, and really see what your eye focuses on first, or what pile you're drawn to. Either you could do it through just the piles itself or the pins. Okay, take your time, and then we will get started. I'll give you about 10 more seconds. Got the incense here burning away. Alright, so I'm just going to get started now with pile number 1. So let's clear this off here. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, this coffee pin, this is your reading for your angelic reading and what your angels, archangels have to say. Hopefully you guys can see now. 4 of Earth. Okay. Says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, and giving to the less fortunate. Second card is Queen of Fire, and this is describing a person or a situation. As a person, it says confident, warm, intelligent, or graceful. And then it says stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Third card is a Knight of Fire. A lot of fire energy here. Passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. This could describe you or a person relevant to you. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And then we have 6 of Water. Let me see here. There's a child mermaid there. And 6 of Water is saying memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, and romanticizing the past. Okay. Let's see if I can put this. Last card is 2 of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. A stalemate, pretending there is no problem. We may have to pull an extra card for this. I feel like there needs to be one more card from the pile. Let me just grab them here because I feel like it's unfinished. If I feel called to pull a card, another card, I'll pull another one. Another extra, one more card message, angelic, for pile number 1. Oh, it turned over to 1 already. Okay. 7 of Earth. Seeds will planet, temporary pause in action, and unnecessary worry. Okay, guys, so pile number 1. Let me just see here. Let's see what energy I'm getting here. Okay. So I feel like some of you guys might be an Aries, you might be a Leo or a Sagittarius with the air, with the fire here. There's 2 Queen and King of Fires, Knight of Fires. You might have a lot of drive and passion as well. Like I said, like you guys are very full of confidence, passion, you're warm, type of friendly people, or these can be people in like close to you that are these traits here. And perhaps you guys are kind of like at a like 2 of Air says, you're in a stalemate. Perhaps there's a big issue going on in your life currently that you may be ignoring or pushing onto the sidelines. So perhaps that's why you're spending a lot on things. With 4 of Earth here, you might either be spending too much or you might be spending too little. There's no balance. Maybe some kind of earthly financial matters are a little bit unstable at this time. You might be fearful that you might not have enough resources, or the resources you need, or money you need to make a choice or decision for the future. You might be spending too much as well in order to cope with your current situation that might be very stressful for you. And regarding like spending and being shopaholic, maybe for some of you guys can't help it. You might also be restricted because with regards to this financial worry or financial some kind of physical setback, you might not feel so great about yourself with this Queen of Fire here, and you have that grace and you have that intelligence, but I feel like you're doubting yourself because of your current situation, that maybe it wasn't something that you expected to happen to you, and you might also be an earth sign as well. We have some water and air, so we kind of have all signs here, but less water. There's a lot of passion involved, probably about something in your life. It's a choice, and a need for grounding as well. You some kind of indecision going on, and this Knight of Fire might be you, or this Queen of Fire could be you. But this Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, and restless. I feel like there is something that you're really delaying. I think you know that is going to be an inevitable outcome, but you're really delaying it as much as you can, and it's saying that like, oh, it really needs attention now. But not to make a hasty decision at the same time. Like, it has to be well thought out. It can't be rushed, but you can't delay it further, or things might go south if you just leave it to stew, pretty much. And it might be regarding something of your past, or someone in your past, either recent or long time ago in your childhood. It could be involving your children that is going on here. It's a choice about your child. If you're going through a divorce, it might be through who will get the child, as a who will take custody of the child, perhaps some childhood trauma as well, or regarding someone in your past, either a relationship romantically or a friendship from long ago that you used to know when you were a kid, or in high school, college days if you're much older. And you're going to have some kind of flashbacks or memories, and you're going to kind of see it through rose-colored glasses in this matter. And it might also cloud your judgment with regarding to an indecision. You'll see the unicorns are kind of butting heads, so perhaps you are kind of butting heads with someone, or in conflict with someone with a very fiery, passionate energy. Somebody who is very confident, perhaps overpoweringly so, and might be a feminine that's very powerful and dominating, or it could be a Knight of Fire, a younger male, perhaps someone with a lot of passion than you might have. This could be also representative of you or someone near you regarding this situation. But yes, definitely, like, I feel like, it's just reassuring you with this Seven of Earth that just like stay rooted in yourself, knowing that if you've already planned for the future and you've done like a lot of research already for what you're going to do about some kind of decision in your life, then know that you've planted the seeds well in advance, like way more than you think you have. Like, maybe you think you're not prepared to make a decision, but deep down inside, I think your soul does know. And right now, if you are very impatient for results to occur, just like, give me the answer, something like that in your life, that wait will still continue. Like, it's not yet the end of that wait. It's an unnecessary worry as well. Perhaps you're worrying over something that has not yet fully grown. It could be about your inner child. It could be about a child in your life, or someone in your past that is involving children. It might make you vulnerable, I'm guessing, as well. It's just reassuring you that, things take time, and the answer will reveal itself when it's ready, when the answers have grown and the timing is right. Like, a lot of like things that we planned long ago, perhaps you might regret something you have done. I feel like as well, perhaps your angels or archangels, it could be your spirit guides if you don't believe in angels, but they might be saying that because you're caught up with what's going on in your life at this time, maybe regarding your passions or career goals or life goals. There might be a deterrent right now for like moving forward, and to maybe take a pause, and maybe you might have to go into a time of nostalgia in order to really appreciate and find, listening to your heart, the right answer. Perhaps you've lost your passion with regards to something that you were supposed to be passionate about, or who you were passionate about. I'm just going to pull one more card, just in case here. And then 10 of water. So it's a possibility that there will be a emotional fulfillment here, that the contentness and being rewarded with a happy family life is definitely like possible in your future here. And your emotional material needs are met in this card here, and you have trustworthy people and relationships around you or available to you. So perhaps you are up here, or you might be one of the mermaids down here, the merman and the merman and the mer woman here. And then you've got the mer child. So I feel like it could be family matters as well. You might be worried about taking care of yourself or your family, and kind of you might be losing touch with your hobbies, perhaps, as you're so busy taking care of other people. And you're so maybe overwhelmed with not just the holidays coming up, but like juggling, the physical needs along with emotional needs and memories that are resurfacing that might be too much for you at this time. But yes, definitely a conflict or being stuck with regards to making a choice. But just know that if you already thought about this for a long time, that there's no need to worry regarding the choice you make, because whatever road we take, if we are on the right path, it will continue to lead us down the right path to contentment and emotional fulfillment. I think it's important as well that whatever choice you make regarding a stalemate or a decision in your life, perhaps you have to make sure that you listen to your heart and that it feels correct and it feels right. If you feel in your gut that it's not igniting your passions, that it's not steering you forward with regards to your passions, and you're not inclined to take it, then perhaps that's like your angels telling you, like, this is probably not the right thing for you, or this is probably not the right situation, right person for you. So I feel like there's a conflict here between your logic thoughts and your passion emotions. So perhaps it could be you are more logical and down to earth with this 7 of earth and this 4 of earth with regards to materialistic matters and things of like the earthly realm, and less more in your head, and you don't really want to deal with your emotions, and so that's why probably it's resurfacing now in order for you to make a wise choice. Okay, no matter what, even if we make a wrong choice, you can always reverse that and think to yourself, like, I want to be content, I deserve to be content and rewarded, to have a happy family life, create my own happiness, really. And if you're worried about finances as well, it could be like, don't be afraid to ask for help if you need help financially. You have everything you need, and it will just take time. Like right now, the answers are not visible for you, but it will come. It will come in time, and it just like a seed, it takes time for its plant and bloom again. Whatever decision or choice or results, you just have to wait for it, and make sure that you're not underestimating yourself while waiting for the results. Okay, so once you make a choice, really dig deep within yourself to see, like, what is going to make me more confident and positive with regards to the situation. Like, there's always some positive in a situation if you try to think outside the box. No delaying any further, okay, because there is something that you have to make a choice of, and that opportunity might pass you by, and you might miss your chance for that happiness and contentment. So hopefully this resonates to this pile here. Yeah, I feel like perhaps, like, don't rush into it with this Knight of Earth. So this Knight of Fire, this Knight of Fire is like just going straight for a choice without thinking properly the results and consequences, because you might end up with a consequence that you are not ready for or want. So ensure that it's you're doing it with a level-headed mind and not too much passion, it could be reversed. But I really feel like you need to feel confident in the decision you're making. Because if you're unsure right now, then it's okay to take stock and wait. Okay, it's just saying that. And perhaps there is something, a memory from your past that's resurfacing that might help you make that choice. So whatever choice you guys are making, I really hope you do it for yourself, for the right reasons, and for the people around you. But most importantly, to make sure that you nurture your inner child as well, and not just other people too much, and that you're not too hasty, and don't feel guilty about making a choice for yourself, okay, if it's for the best. Yeah, I feel like perhaps if this is regarding money, perhaps you're just waiting and waiting. Like for me, I'm waiting for my bursaries check to still arrive, and it's very frustrating. And I understand that this is just reassuring the Seventh of Earth that the angels have your back and they understand your worry and frustrations. They understand that, but that if you wait long enough, you can attain this, okay? Or if you had this before, you can attain it again. If you've lost it, you can get it again. And that you deserve to increase your confidence at this time, okay? And be around people who are warm and positive, clear thinking, okay? Because you definitely need a clear thinking mind. And don't forget to think clearly with your heart as well, to make sure that it's not conflicting with your heart too. Okay, guys, so hopefully you liked your reading. I can't pinpoint a specific kind of problem that this is going towards, but I feel like because of a situation or a setback, don't allow it to affect your confidence, okay? Because you guys are warm and friendly, or you're very like confident deep down and smart and quite graceful. This is how people might see you as well, and maybe adventurous, maybe a little restless at times, very passionate. You have that ability, or someone who is going to help you with a decision might have these traits. So that's it, guys. I'm going to move on to pile number 2. So thank you for watching. Hopefully these angelic messages and angel guardian angels or your archangels, hopefully that they will be able to give you some kind of insight. That one's a little confusing pile for me. I am also like should be going to bed, but I really wanted to do that for you guys. Okay, and now we're gonna move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, if you chose this cute cat Puccino pen, these are your cards, okay? 5 of Earth, the Magician, 7 of Water. Well, you guys actually got 2 archangels. Wow. The Lovers, Archangel Raphael. The Magician is Archangel Raziel. Then we have 8 of Fire. And we have Queen of Water. Okay. Okay, let me just take a look at the cards quickly, okay? Just to get a feel of what the angelic message is for this pile number 2. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 type of energy piles here that I'm feeling out, that I can see also from the cards. With the 5 of Earth here, I see like fears about money, and then we have here as well regarding relationships as well. So it's either regarding a person in your relationship, or a family or friends, kind of someone very close to you, or it's regarding like having a job and being unstable financially. So this is kind of repeating from pile number 1 here. So perhaps like you guys are kind of struggling at this time to not really make a decision, but perhaps letting people in. So with this Five of Earth, it's saying fear surrounding money, wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. And then we have the Magician, which is Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or ability to manifest them. Life is magical. He's also Archangel for spirituality as well, especially those that want to manifest something quicker than logically possible. Like, he can try to help you with that if you call on him. Make sure that it's also for the right reason, because the decision you're making, whether regarding to career, making extra finances, regarding finances, or regarding a person or situation, is kind of complicated. Okay, it's not black and white. There's some gray areas a bit. There's a little bit of muddled gray areas and going on in your life at this time, and you really need to make sure you research, you back up your facts, and you double check everything, because I know that this can kind of halt whatever it is you're going through at this time, whatever you're trying to manifest, whether it's money or the right person or the right outcome with a right person that you think is right. You really need to make sure you research and know all the facts about that person or that situation, and don't take too long as well. Seven of Water is like that. It's also, as you notice, there's different chakras. So if you take a look at this the lights, what lights are calling out to you? Like, we have here green, we have red, yellow, orange, we have a magenta, kind of purple, we have a light blue, and we have a dark indigo blue kind of color. So whichever color out of all these chakras, they all relate to the chakras, okay? There's 7 chakras. Whatever you need, color or colors you're drawn to, is something you guys need to work on, pile number 2s. So this green one is regarding healing. It could be physical or emotional healing. The red one is more about like the home, security, stability, okay? The yellow one, that's like confidence, creativity, sexuality. The orange one, there's all different chakras for each. There's different chakras for each one. And this one is confidence, the orange one, okay? The magenta one is spiritual matters. The light blue one is communication. And then the indigo one is psychics, like psychic abilities and visions. Stuff of like that nature. So if you feel drawn to any of the chakras, do look them up, because you might need work on that. You know, look up some Reiki healing or some YouTube videos as well. But there's something in balance here that while you're manifesting, you need to balance something out in your life in order to like undo the blockage that's preventing you to be financially successful or to attain a goal that you have in mind. It's saying uncertain self-employment here as well. So perhaps you did want to make it on your own regarding a business, but you definitely need to double check your facts and numbers, okay, and the people that you're getting involved with. And then we have here the Lovers. So a relationship might be involved regarding this choice, or perhaps the situation is calling on an intimate relationship. Perhaps your question, this is a different energy palace from an intimate relationships. Carefully weighing your decisions. Archangel Raphael is the archangel for relationships as well, and travel and healing, like physical healing. So it's really asking you to carefully weigh your decision. Now there's twice. There's do your research, okay, and carefully weigh your decision. So it's really cautioning, your angels are really cautioning you to ensure that you don't make the wrong choice, because it might have some big consequences. And if you were suffering from an illness, you're regaining good health, or if you already are in good health, you're going to maintain that, okay? So that's something. And then we have here 8 of Fire and Queen of Water. So 8 of Fire, events are moving at a fast pace and delays are over. Many things happening at once. Followed by Queen of Water, which could be describing you. This could be describing someone close to you, or someone where this situation in your life is involved. Someone tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. So your relationships are going to develop to a new level. Trust your intuition and care for yourself and others. Okay. So perhaps... So I'm getting here that perhaps you might have some distance with regards to this Lover's card for this Archangel here. Like you see, one person is worried and the other person is content, just had their eyes closed. You might need to meditate or contemplate about the person you're with if you're feeling the nags of unsatisfaction and kind of like being bored, I guess. Like, just be careful that you don't make a decision that will put your relationship, like if it's the right relationship, like you really have to take some time to yourself, I think, to weigh that, the pros and cons of the situation, and to really trust what your gut instinct is telling you when you're by yourself, with or without this person, like to see the truth about a situation, or maybe perhaps regarding your financial situation or career wise, if that is. I feel like perhaps someone that you're very close to in your relationship might be able to help you out regarding your finances, to help you manifest something as well. And you, again, this pile, I feel as well, they don't realize that they are full of love and they are full of like knowledge. Like they know a lot of things and they can manifest what they want, but they just definitely need to work on some kind of imbalance that they have. One of the chakras, or multiple, are kind of out of whack at this time, and it's affecting your relationships and it's affecting your ability to draw in the success more than, like, you guys are, I think, really meant for that. Like, you need to balance something in your life. And something might be happening very quickly with regards to a decision or something you're going through. You might be overwhelmed as well. You might be waiting for something and all of a sudden things are happening way too fast. You might be overwhelmed, and multitasking has to be involved. So that's why I feel like you have to be very emotionally balanced to handle that. Okay? And not forget to care for yourself, because that can have some repercussions for your health. Archangel Raphael is someone you can call to as well if you feel like you're getting more and more sick. That's a sign as well. The angels are also, it's not just biologically, but your angels are probably nudging you that, hey, you gotta take it easy, or you gotta take care of other people too if you guys are neglecting the people that are really close to you. Trying to see what else for this pile. I feel that when you don't neglect the people that you're having a relationship with, like, if I feel like this pile might be quite a busy pile, that because things are moving so fast, like they're trying to keep up and they're kind of neglecting maybe their self-care. They're kind of, maybe, I feel like some of you guys might be okay with being in a dysfunctional situation, or with people that are kind of toxic perhaps, or not really for your highest good. And that's why it's a complicated decision. Perhaps you have close ties with your family, or your family really likes them, or vice versa, or you have kids with this person, or both of your friends, they all mingle together online, or they all mingle together in real life, so it's complicated for you to break away from them. Perhaps there's something holding you back, especially with regards to your financial success and, like, your motivation as well. Last pile as well had a problem with motivation. So if you're feeling like you're kind of not motivated and whatnot, you can look at pile 1. But yes, you feel like probably the world is just happening to you and you're not creating your own reality at this time. But it's really asking you to be gentle with yourself and be more empathetic and patient with yourself. You probably need more self-love as well if you feel like run down and that you feel not capable of being the magician in your own life, like creating the reality that you want and creating the joy and the emotional stability and financial stability that you desire. So, because it's saying that life is magical, this pile probably notices things that other people don't notice. Okay, so the angels are commending you for that your ability to notice things and things about the world and other people and yourself that not a lot of people are very aware of. So you have that ability as well. You could also be a really, like, you might even have spiritual gifts that you are either putting under the rug or you're not developing to its full ability. So that's why it's saying self-care is really important. Because when you're calm and you're balanced, like your chakras are aligned, I really do think that this pal needs to look up Reiki healing on YouTube and some guided meditations to really center and ground yourself, okay? To really center and ground yourself, so that you approach things from a calm and more spiritual kind of higher self, your higher self. Because they understand, they can see our higher selves is within us. Like, we have a lot of power within us that we kind of underestimate at times. Okay, don't get caught up in the day-to-day. I know it can get really busy, but don't forget to neglect your emotional and spiritual self, because you guys can manifest like a better reality for yourself if you are not satisfied with your current relationships or the situation you're in. Okay, and don't forget as well, like, if you've been closed off because of work, your time will come as well for this right person, with regards to love. Just make sure that you're in good health first and that you're mentally balanced before going to another relationship, if that's what this is about. Your job performance might be taking a toll because of maybe a recent breakup. I don't know, but this pile might have that. You really had to make, you kind of maybe delaying as well, like being in a relationship that's not really good for you, or people that are not really good for you, and that's okay because life is a bit complicated, But yes, definitely there is some kind of emotional imbalance, especially with this water here, to be more gentle with yourself and the people involved, and don't stoop low. Like, someone might give you a low blow. Someone might be like retaliating back because they're hurt or that you hurt them or vice versa, and don't stoop to that level, okay? Because it is a little complicated. Perhaps you guys have intermingling friends or people and that kind of makes detangling harder, but don't let that stop you from making a new start and being kind and gentle to yourself first and foremost. And don't let anyone else, no matter how fast they're attacking you verbally or emotionally, don't let that affect who you are, and that you deserve that love as well. You deserve that success, because it's probably affecting your workplace. Whatever's going on with regards to this kind of relationship or intimacy, either with someone that you are very intimate with physically or emotionally, definitely like a relationship for some of you, most of you, but this can also be someone that you trusted, like a close best friend or a loved one, like a family member, but that you've just got let down. Had your ability and your willpower to move forward kind of stop you from doing that, because perhaps you got really affected by having to end things with them or distancing yourself, and kind of maybe focus more on work as well. I know they say that don't overwork as well, but like, everything will pass. Okay, this pile might be, for some reason, I feel like you guys might be going through some kind of hurt. But that, if you keep your thoughts positive, be around positive people, your thoughts will eventually turn positive. Okay? And don't forget to balance your chakras. Look up maybe music. If you're not into Reiki healing and all that spiritual jazz, look up some type of music that will help soothe you. Definitely look up the chakra colors that you're drawn to on the card, and you will find that balance. Once you're emotionally more balanced, you'll be able to tackle no matter any kind of fast-paced lifestyle or work that you're in, or maybe you got caught up in a whirlwind romance that maybe went too fast and you weren't really thinking about it. You were driven more physically, and then you weren't thinking, like, where is this going in the long run? Like, do we actually have something in common? I feel like you definitely have to look towards yourself and see, like, what kind of person is right for me and in the future, or what kind of situations will help better me in the future for that financial success. Do not kind of deter me from that goal, but at the same time, I'm not in it just for the money kind of thing. I'm not in it just for the physical part of a relationship. So this is kind of like intermingling both your job and relationship. Either something in your job is affecting you, or starting a business is affecting your intimate relationships, or your relationships is affecting your job. Something like that I feel like is going on. So yes, definitely look inward as well. And don't if you guys, you got two archangels here, so you guys are going through some big like life events that you might be keeping down low from some people, but you are ready. Like, you are ready to move forward. It might be really tricky at this time, because you just feel like this pile has a really complicated, it's not just straightforward the stuff you're going through. It might be going on for a long time. Yeah, so just stop and smell the roses as well, because life truly is magical. I feel like maybe get lost in movies or get lost in books, something that you used to do when you were either single or when you were more financially stable, so that you have some kind of stability. Stability is really important with this pile, and to not neglect your emotions, because it can move. If you neglect your emotions, okay, especially the sad and the dark emotions, it might like build up, become a tsunami, and get way too overwhelming. Okay, it might manifest itself in ways that you don't want in the outside world, to those close to you and to yourself. So you might scare yourself if you don't check with yourself first. Be gentle to yourself, take time, and know that you have the knowledge and the wisdom within you to move forward regarding whatever decision you're making. And that if you are kind of bored or delayed and feel delayed in some way about your life situation regarding a relationship or finances or both, then it'll pick up pace very quickly. Okay, and then you might meet someone tender-hearted, very sympathetic and loving, or this is maybe you discovering this in yourself, for yourself. Okay, guys? So pile number 2, all the best. Hopefully you like this reading. I am now going to move to pile number 3. Okay, so I'm just taking a look here. And if you chose pile number 3, then you chose this pin, this green tea pin. Hi, pile number 3s. Okay, so this is pile number 3. If you chose this green tea pin, these are your cards for tonight. We have the 9 of water, the Unity, Archangel, Sun, Dolphin, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations. Okay. Seeking out mentors, like-minded friends. We have another archangel, the Chariot, Archangel Metatron. And then we have the Page of Air, challenging information, delays. A lot of delays for like all these 3 piles have some kind of delay, except maybe the second one. And then 5 of Fire. Okay, so let's just put that here. So Page of Air was in reverse. Just gonna take a look at the piles again. I'm just gonna get one more card for this pile. Okay. Okay, pile number 3s. So let's go through each cards here. I feel like this pile, you guys have 2 archangels, so you guys have you guys might be going through some major life events as well, like pile number 2. But this is more positive, I feel like. Yeah, this is more positive. There is some little bumps in the way, okay, but Knight of Water is saying like, if finally some kind of wish that you made either long ago or recently is coming true, and concerns are fading away, and you're really loving life at this time, or perhaps you have the possibility of loving life. This is your recent past. And then we have here the Unity, Archangel, Sun, Dolphin. There we go. Is a little thoughtful archangel here. Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Perhaps if you've isolated yourself because you're really wishing something to happen, you might meet like-minded people that will help you on your journey. This can also be seeking out formal education or seeking out mentors that know something in a field that you're interested in, or about anything that really needs more research and studying. This is also regarding traditions and the book, like following by the book kind of way of living life as well. And then moving forward here, you have the Chariot, Archangel Minotaur, another archangel. He's also good for those starting their new spiritual path. But it says an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So perhaps you really, really toiled away and wanted to do something, and finally you're getting recognized for your efforts there. And it might have to do with doing stuff by the book. Perhaps you did all of, you crossed your T's and dotted your I's. You've read all the books and the manuals and stuff beforehand. So you did things the proper right way. Perhaps, and that's going to help you with regards to moving forward in something and being really good at a certain task, or with regards to a decision that you're going to make. However, it is saying, because these are like pretty good, but down here is a little challenging before you get that happy ending here. So you guys might be very lucky as well. This pile might be very lucky. We have here the Hierophant for unity, and then we have the Chariot. So they're kind of like in consequence. Like I feel like 9, 5, 7, 5 again, and then 4. So Page of Air. So you guys might be, some of you guys might be either water or air signs. I feel like water is Pisces, Scorpio, and well, I can't think, Cancer, and then air is like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this might be this is like a younger person perhaps, but logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. They might also describe you as a person or someone close to you, or someone regarding the situation. Challenging information, delays or change to plans, truth delivered without tact. And I keep looking at this wolf as well. So perhaps there's someone in like a wolf in sheep's clothing near you, or this might be you to other people. You might be a bit impulsive, and but you're logical and it's pretty honest, maybe a little too blunt at times. It could be someone as well regarding the situation. But I feel like someone might not be okay with you moving forward and attaining your own success. I feel like because there is a 5 of fire here, which is like a wand's energy, so it's kind of like that's a little bump in the road there to your success and your wishes coming true. Someone might not be happy for you. I feel like there might be some envy going on here with competing goals. Perhaps you're not seeing eye to eye with someone, and like literally it's like your goals in life are completely different and they're not meshing well together. Okay, so you might like to travel, but then they don't. They're homebodies and they don't like being dragged to parties and stuff like that. But you're totally opposite, something like that. Or perhaps they want kids, but you don't. Or they want to get married, but you don't. So something regarding conflicting goals, and these details. Perhaps you do kind of agree on some things in life, but you guys get lost in the details, and maybe your guys are squabbling, and this is causing a lot of conflict between you two, or between several people, or between your families, or between your friends. Something going on with conflict. This can also be inner conflict, but I feel like the angels are kind of guiding me to say this is external. So the angels probably see this going on as well, that there's going to be some kind of conflict in the horizon that you can either prevent or understand that it's happening for a reason. Okay, guys? And then at the end, though, I feel like if you continue to move forward, okay, continue to move forward and doing things the tried and trusted method, if that's what's working for you, that your wishes can come true, okay? And you just have to make sure that kind of have a methodical approach to something that you're going towards, because this is going towards this wish coming true. I feel like you see this chariot moving towards this mermaid here in the Nine of Water, where there's like wish fulfillment and happiness going on here. But perhaps you kind of, maybe in the way, maybe perhaps either you're doing it by the book and it goes well, or perhaps doing things the traditional way might be blocking your wishes from coming true. Okay, because I do see that it is in between the wishes come true, Nine of Water. So you can pray or ask help from Archangel Sandalphon regarding, this is a Hierophant card. So if you need to study or look at something further, learn something more online, if you can't really afford to go back to school that way, or take online courses about something, because that can be the key. The knowledge is power. That can be the key, or it can be too much. Like, the thing with the Hierophant is, it is one of those powerful cards that is tradition, right? If following tradition means you're not being true to yourself, then no, it is blocking you from making your wishes come true. However, if you are moving forward using the traditional method, like going back to school, or marrying this person because it's expected of you, but you're happy about it, then go ahead and do that choice. But it is saying that it can be a hindrance, because pretty much like doing things the traditional way, what people expect of you, as long as you know that that's what's making you happy in the long run, then go for it. If it's not, then that's when it becomes a blockage. Traditional methods or viewpoints from other people, maybe stereotypes that you set out for yourself, even if you feel that is blocking your wishes coming true, then that's probably why you can't move forward. But there is success here, and you're going to have some self-control needed as well. You got the willpower there, and you might be really publicly rewarded or kind of verbally praised for something that you do. Feeling like holiday bonuses for some of you. But yes, there is that happiness. So maybe the tried and true method works for you. For most of you, I think this is the case. However, like following someone's footsteps, that I'm getting the notion of as well. And the angels and archangels are kind of just warning you that there might be people who are not happy for your happiness and for your success. And that's okay, because this Four of Fire or Wands energy, you see it glowing here with this dragon, just like they're just basking in the golden glow. And this is the golden glow of contentment. Okay, this is the golden glow of peace, abundance, having a happy home life, either for yourself or those around you. That's really important. And you're going to complete something successfully, whether it's a semester at school, like me, for example, or some kind of project at work or project at home. You're going to complete that and feel a sense of pride, and you're going to feel a sense of like peace and happiness that, it's over, or finally I've achieved that goal, or I finished this project or this part of my life. And it is after some kind of inner conflict or external, most likely external, but I feel like only a few of you have an inner conflict regarding something. So definitely don't let other people's negative viewpoints skew your perception of happiness, because you do deserve that, and that is meant for you. Some people are more fortunate. I feel like this pile number 3 might be a little bit of a fortunate pile, and if you're not, perhaps it is traditional ways, or it might be somebody who is really this is also saying to watch out for maybe being too blunt and hurting people's emotions, and a truth might be revealed to you that I really don't like to hear, that is going to challenge and cause either inner conflict or external conflict that will prevent you from being content and happy. But it's saying like, tried and true methods. There's also, I keep looking at this cross here. I feel like faith is also important here. Having faith or turning to some kind of spiritual practice for answers, perhaps. As a teacher, you might run across a quote like when you're browsing online, and that might have a light bulb go off in your head and give you the answer. The angels might connect with you with regards to your spiritual messages, might be in the form of people speak. I feel like these are bubbles. It could be random speech bubbles of conversation around you in public that is not really related to what you're saying, but you're thinking it while you're walking, and suddenly you hear a stranger say, "Oh, I think this should happen," and blah blah blah, and you're like, "Oh, that's actually relevant to my situation." So that may be a way that the angels communicate with you. They may also communicate with you through something. I feel like channeling with regards to intellect could be books that you read, something you see, a billboard sign, something that will really take an interest in your thoughts. Okay, and charging forward, we see a horse here, we have a unicorn here, then we also have this lion, so some strength is involved here, some strength to kind of persevere, okay, despite any conflicts that might arise or conflict within yourself, and to really focus now because you also deserve that contentment, peace, and happiness. All right, guys, so this is pretty straightforward pile. The other, maybe the first pile was a little confusing for me, but yeah, I hope you like your reading, guys. That's it for me. It's, again, I'm trying to keep my readings less than an hour, but I want to make sure I get the full message, and hope you like your angelic messages for pile number 3. Okay, so just to recap, we have here Angel Metatron, Angel Sandalphon to call upon. They really want you to have that peace and contentment, and to not let other people, tell you otherwise, that you don't deserve it, because you do. And to make sure that if you're being logical and maybe you got the wish coming true all of a sudden, to like really make sure you're grateful, because there might be some kind of challenge going on with regards to conflict, some kind of information that might change the way you look at things, but don't let that get in the way of your peace and contentment. Okay, guys? Because there might be truth into someone, whatever kind of sharp words that they say, there might be some truth to that, but just, take it gently for yourself. Don't let that ruin your happiness, because sometimes people who are ruthless to us, they might say something that we kind of know is true, but we don't like the way they say it. So something like that. But just keep moving forward with your life. I feel like you guys will have that. You guys are pretty emotionally balanced to find, and you kind of brush things off as well for some of you, regarding people who are haters or who envy you, and that's great. Okay, just tried and true methods, perhaps this could either be a blockage, or also spiritual path might be relevant to you guys, some kind of spiritual teaching or random conversations. So listen to random conversations by other people while you're thinking of your thoughts, because the angels might speak through them without you knowing, that will have an answer to your question. Okay, and stuff like quotes and TVs, I feel like they speak to you through that. Random quotes that catch your attention. So hopefully you guys like that reading, pile number 3s, and I'm going to upload now. Bye.